Hi, thank you for joining CompuScholar's Teacher Success webinar for April 2018. Today we're going to be talking about recruiting students into your next computing classes. My name is Chris Hust. I'm the president of the company, and I did want to let you know of a few small logistical changes. So by popular request, we are now going to make our webinars much shorter and pre-record them. We found it was difficult for teachers to meet live for longer sessions, so hopefully you'll enjoy this shorter format. We do encourage you to send requests for topics that you'd like to talk about to us. We're happy to schedule webinars on topics that are of interest to you. And if you have any questions or comments about this particular webinar, of course, you're welcome to reach out to me at my email address, chris.hust@compuscholar.com. Okay, so the two things we wanted to cover briefly today, we want to brainstorm a little bit about what motivates students to join a coding class or to join a computing class. And then we've actually created some flyers for you that you can use in your own school, and we'll walk you through how to get those and how to download and access those flyers. So in terms of motivation, how can we encourage your students to sign up for a coding class or a computer skills class? Well, some of the things we thought about here is communicating the great career opportunities that are available to students. So software engineering jobs are readily available in the marketplace and are very high paying, so we could work some language or some posters around that sort of theme. We also think that it would be useful to show some interesting examples of student work. So if I take a game programming class or a web design class, for example, what are some samples of the types of projects I'll be able to complete when I'm done? Students may also be interested in what they can do with these skills beyond the classroom. So if they invest time learning Java, for example, it would probably be useful for them to know that they can then go create Minecraft mods and work on robotics and take the AP Computer Science exam and all the other sorts of things that you can do with that particular language. And then obviously there's a very large school of thought these days around appealing to special interest groups. So that could be anything from your robotics club and letting them know that there's some programming opportunities available, to really specific outreach for women and minorities and other groups that are historically underrepresented in the computer science area. So there's all sorts of angles that you could attack here, and we suspect that you, over the course of your career, have come up with some other angles as well. So if you have some other things that really work for you to help recruit kids into your classes, we would certainly love to hear about that, and we could maybe help you form some posters or outreach or imagery around that theme as well. So along the lines of the points that we've already talked about, we have pre-created some flyers for you that are free for you to use, and we encourage you to try them out and see if these will help you recruit additional students into your classes next year. They're all single page 8.5 by 11 flyers that you can print on regular printers. They're intentionally not super duper graphics heavy, so we don't want to drain your entire toner cartridge or ink cartridge as you print these out. And we will provide the Word docs as well, so just a couple seconds on the licensing. These are free for you to use. You can customize them. We do ask that there's a CompuScholar footer there at the bottom. You leave that footer intact, but you can print as many copies of these as you need for your local use. We do ask that you use them obviously to promote courses where you're planning on using CompuScholar's material as the textbook or the curriculum for that course. And the flyers and the images and things like that are not licensed for any sort of mass market media or TV or any sort of use like that. So if you've got any questions about licensing, let us know. But basically they're free for you to use and customize, with the reasonable expected use that you're going to be using them to recruit students into your computer science classes. Okay, so all these flyers are in a zip file on our website, and so let's go ahead and flip over to that now, and I'll show you how to get them. All right, we're at our main website here at www.compuscholar.com. So we'll scroll down and click on For Classrooms, and then Outreach and Monthly Webinars. And we'll scroll down to April here, recruiting students into your next computing classes. And there's already a little zip icon here, so you can click on that zip and download the package. I'll go ahead and do that. This is about a 15 megabyte package, so it might take a few seconds. But once you've got that package downloaded, let's go ahead and open it up here. Okay, so we're looking inside the zip file, and you can see there's all sorts of posters here, both in doc and PDF format. We'll go ahead and start with the career poster. So this poster is intended to appeal to your more career-minded students that are interested in the number of jobs that are out there and the earnings that they're going to make. just encouraging them to take that first step and see if a software engineering career is something that they might be interested in. And there's the CompuScholar footer that I mentioned there at the bottom. Now we have three general purpose flyers. One is the career flyer we just looked at. There's a flyer here that's intended to appeal to everyone, and then kind of a fun one with Uncle Sam. So let's pull up the everyone flyer. Alright, so this one simply says everyone can code, gives some examples of the sorts of things that you can do, and says computer science has no boundaries, sign up for a coding class today. So again, these are things where you'll have the Word document, and if you want to change the wording or the arrangements, you're welcome to do that. And the last general purpose one is the Uncle Sam I Want You poster. So very simple and straightforward. I want you to code. We just thought that might be fun to hang in your classroom or out in the hallway somewhere. Now we also have a separate poster for each one of our courses. So there's a poster for the C# course, the Java course, for example. Let's look at Java. So Learn to Code in Java talks about the programming language. Here's the sorts of things you can do with the language, and then some encouragement to join a Java class. And you might want to replace some of this language with the specific title of the classes in your own environment, maybe the name of the teacher and some other logistical information. Alright, we've got a poster here for Digital Savvy, talking about all the sorts of things you want to learn just to be comfortable and a master in your digital environment. Here's our Unity game design poster, so talking about video game design, some screenshots from the games the students are going to make, and a brief summary of some of the topics that they're going to cover. So again, we're encouraging them to sign up for a video game design class here. And then finally, the web design poster talks about students visiting websites every day. How can you get the same effects? Join a web design class, learn things like this in the first semester, and in the second semester be able to create more advanced HTML and CSS effects. So that's our web design poster. And then the last thing in the zip file is just a more verbose copy of the license, so you can take a look at that. So anyhow, I do encourage you to download the zip here and make use of these posters, and we would actually love to get your feedback as well. So if you do get a chance to use these, let us know how it works. Were there particular themes or topics or images or posters that were very successful and appealed to your students? Are there some that didn't work for you? And if you want us to provide some additional posters that you think might work in your situation, please don't be bashful about reaching out to us, and let's have a conversation. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.